Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Viraj Kamdar with V Physique. Thank you so much for visiting my channel today. So, I'm actually based out of Chicago, like some of you might know, but I found out that for my next project, I'll be traveling to LA each week, which is pretty freaking awesome. So to continue my meal prep and my supplements that I'm doing back at home, back on the grind, I usually use a series of different travel hacks, which lets me bring my food and my supplements along with me through the airport where I can enjoy them on the client side. So today, I'm going to share with you 4 travel hacks that I like to use on a weekly basis to get past TSA security, hassle-free, and bring my food and supplements along with me. So without further ado, let's get into it. First tip for you is water and powders. So tip number 1 is if you're a person who likes to drink a gallon of water, but a lot of times you like adding electrolytes, maybe some glutamine, BCAAs. My tip for you is take your gallon jug, all right, and what you're going to do is whatever powder you intend to use, you're going to go ahead and get a scoop of your powder, or however much you want, put it in your jug. Then, without filling up any water, what you want to do is take your empty jug, you're going to crush it so it's nice and compressed. Go ahead and put the lid back on, and now this is a little bit, more manageable to stuff inside your bag. After you get through TSA security, you can go ahead and unscrew the cap. This is literally what I do on a weekly basis. Blow a little bit of air into it, and you're ready to go. Just go take this to your nearest drinking fountain, or even at a bar and ask them, hey, can I just get this filled up with water? So that's tip number 1. It's 2-part. First, you make your water bottle a lot more easier to carry, those of you who like drinking a water or a lot of water each day. Secondly, if you like adding electrolytes or glutamine, whatever, into your water, you don't get flagged by bringing powders in through security, and you can go ahead and fill up your water afterwards. So now, on to tip number 2, and that is the food bag. So, those of you who like meal prepping, bringing your foods with you each week, I recommend getting a nice insulated food bag. This will help keep your food nice and fresh. I got this one from Trader Joe's. I have a few smaller ones if I'm only going for 1 or 2 days. But basically what you do is when you're walking through the airport, and on most airlines, you're only allowed 1 suitcase and 1 carry-on. That's a standard policy. To get around this and to bring your food, what you're going to do is you're going to fill this up with the foods that you're going to need. And then when you're going through TSA, you tell them, I have dietary restrictions and I have to bring this food with me. That kind of gets you around the 1 personal item limit, and they will go ahead and let you take this along with your personal item. So it's a great way to, get an extra personal item on board with you, and you don't have to worry about packing your food into your suitcase, so you have a little bit more room in your suitcase as well. So again, dietary restrictions, and you can go ahead and bring this with you. On to tip number 3. So for tip number 3, those of you who like a lot of dairy products, my favorite is Chobani, high in protein, low in fat, moderate carbs. What I recommend for something like this is on the night before you're going to fly out, put this in your freezer, and then when you go to the airport and you have to go through security, this will be okay. This will clear security because it is solidified. If you try to bring regular Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or anything of the similar nature through, it'll get flagged and thrown out because they consider it a liquid. So, pro tip for you, freeze it overnight. That also helps it, maintain more fresh and it won't perish during your flight. And then, you'll be fine through security as well. So, that's tip number 3. Tip number 4, and I've talked about this a little bit in the past, is for your flights, I recommend instead of bags of ice to keep your food fresh, definitely bring a freezer pack or 2. What I like to do is, keep the freeze packs, gel packs overnight so they're nice and frozen. Then I'll put all of my food into my cooler bag, and I'll put a few of these in there as well. So between the insulated cooler bag and these packs, your food stays nice and fresh. The reason I recommend these over ice bags, again, is so that TSA security won't throw them out. So freezer bags over over bags of ice. That's the way to go. Well, there we have it. Those are my 4 travel hacks that I like to use on a weekly basis when I'm traveling abroad. You know, I like to make sure that I bring my own food and supplementation to maintain that healthy lifestyle. And, you know, especially now that I'll be traveling each week from Chicago to LA, you know, I really want to make sure that I carry my food and my supplements with me to hold myself accountable. So, if you found any of these 4 travel hacks, you know, useful, if you learned something new, please give this video a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate that so much. And if you found something that you use in your own routine that, you know, I didn't cover today, make sure you comment below. I'm sure all of us can, you know, learn a thing or two and incorporate that into our routines as well. So comment below on what travel hacks you like to use, and, you know, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting videos on a weekly basis. I cover things from, you know, working out to nutrition to these travel hacks. I'll be kind of covering my travel lifestyle and how I maintain a healthy lifestyle while I'm abroad. And then, you know, of course, if you have any specific topics you would like me to cover, make sure you comment below and I'll make sure I include that in a future video. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a great day.